blame me for being rusty. Streamlabs just shut down. We're going to try this again, and hopefully it works. Kicking it with Andy. Enter the giveaway. I'll see you in 3 minutes. We're going to try this again, and hope... We're live. We're live, Justin.
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
I'm going to try to not break it this time. I'm really going to try. Technical difficulties. We're extra rusty today, but we're all right. Now you can't even blame me. We got Justin in the studio. We're back from Disney. We're live. We're direct. Just smash the like. Yeah, I'd say that's about right. Live twice in one night. Not twice a week anymore, but twice in a single night. We are live. We are back from Disney. Technical difficulties, but we are here. Man, it feels great to be back in the studio, live and direct, ready to knock my water over. That's how I feel at this moment. Love you guys so much. Enter the giveaway tonight at kicker.com/umweekly. We got a lot to unpack here tonight. And of course, now we have to wait a little bit longer for everybody to move over from one live stream to the other because we messed up to, I just want to call it StreamYard. Streamlabs just completely died, had to restart it. So grab your seat, favorite beverage, the whole nine. And love you, Mom. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. We got 35 people up in the chat tonight. Love you. We are here. We are direct. And we got Uncle Bobby B, baby.
Uncle Bobby B, baby. Uncle Bobby B.
That's the best way to loosen it up is with some Bobby B. Appreciate ya. And Disney World was amazing. I know you're more of a Disneyland kind of guy, but I mean, it's about the same, right? Either way, appreciate you tuning in. I missed ya, Uncle Bobby B. And Justin is just here for the music. Hey, you know what? It's an awesome intro, and you have to just tune in at least once a while. You have to. Appreciate you, Justin, and thanks for tuning in, man. Appreciate you. Give Andy a month vacation, and he forgets to live stream. They said it's like riding a bicycle. They were lying. They were lying to me. All right, Farrell Hodges, good evening, guys and gals. Thank you for tuning in, Farrell Hodges. And by the way, tonight we're going to have 2 giveaways. So if you entered last week, you're going to win a prize. Last Kicking with Andy when I was, down Disney. Our mistake, your gain. Just don't clip it. And there it is. The kicker is kicking. But yes, 2 giveaways tonight. 2 first places for the Bullfrog 100s. 2 TW2s, 2 TW1s, and 2 50% off discount codes. Okay, maybe I'm not used to talking quite that much. Thank you, Frank. He's trying to get his entries in.
Would you look at that? Oh my gosh, just look at it. Just look at it. You got to look at it this way, okay? You just got to look at it. That's all you can do anymore.
Technically, that's not the way, Frank. Kicker.com/UMweekly is how you enter. But thank you so much, Frank. Appreciate you tuning in and supporting. I'm glad that you got the amphitheater. We got that shipped out before we, just went down to Florida and talked to Mickey Mouse and hung out and had a great time. And appreciate you, Frank. Jimmy, thank you for hanging out on Facebook. Thank you, because I was worried about Facebook working or not. All right, Henry, good luck to everyone. Good luck. It's not too rigged. It's not too rigged. There is some luck involved. Kicker Car, thank you for hanging out. Started from the bottom, now we hear. Great song, and you know what? It plays a little bit of wasted information. It really does. Jordan Hare, thank you for subscribing. You guys are great. Rust is shaking off just a little bit. We got Justin in the green room. We're going to bring him on in a minute. But I do want to show our trip at Disney World this year. It was magical. It really was. But why should I just talk about it? I just want to show you. Disney World right there.
Yeah! What do you think?
At Disney. No choking. Let's go. High voltage there. Don't mess with it. Push this 4C. He almost got us, hopefully. Oakley, look! Buzz Lightyear right there. Yes, sir! Get him! Get him! Get him! Go, Bryson, go! What are you gonna get? What are you gonna get? Oh! Oh! Big one! Whoa! Every time we see them, they're leaving. Disney was amazing, and there's even more before the trip to Disney. On the way, it took us 3 days to get down there. We did a lot of stuff. And then after Disney, we went to Daytona Beach, and beside that, and took the scooters, you know, electric scooter. You got to take that on the beach, try it on the beach. It was great, but I had to show off Disney. It was amazing. 3 days at Disney with ages 5 to almost 75. We did it, and we had a blast, and I had to show you guys that. I know it's more of like a Friday thing, but I'm like, you know what? This is Kicking It with Andy. We're here to have fun. I've been gone for 30 days. It's kind of crazy, and you know, it's just, man, I missed you guys. I really did, and El Fuego, thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you, man. Hello from the Pacific Northwest.
The Pacific Northwest.
Appreciate you tuning in. And it really was, Shoot Dog. It really was. Look at Andy playing with his toys from Toy Story. Wildest ride in Andy's backyard. That just was awesome. Slinky Dog ride was great. And of course, we got Basehead 30 up in here. I know you guys are patiently waiting for DIY Audio Guy. We got Stu up in here. Thank you for tuning in, Stu. Appreciate you, sir. And of course, SJC, the guy that put this computer together, man. I was just talking about you. Appreciate you for hanging out. He always tunes in for the big ones, and this is a Tuesday, and we got Justin, DIY Audio Guy. But without further ado, I say we bring him on. What do you guys think? I think everybody's here. It's going to be here. Let's bring him on. Justin, DIY Audio Guy.
My name is Justin.
Now we get to have fun. Justin is not just in the chat, he is in the studio. Thank you for joining us, Justin.
What is going on, Andy? How have you been?
Doing well, man. Just glad to be back on the live streams and just being in the saddle again. Really, I know with you doing car audio YouTubes consistently, to put down the mic and the camera, it's tough to do. It's a nice little break, but at the same time, you miss it. You really do.
Oh, you need a break. I should have taken a bigger break this summer because it has been brutal hot. I don't have air conditioning out in the shop. I got two big fans from Harbor Freight that I've got to turn off if I'm going to talk to the camera because they're so loud. But it has been hot, man. It was 104 degrees in my shop this afternoon, and it's time for air conditioning.
It's crazy. Oh man, don't even get me on that with the air conditioning. I told Kayla, I'm like, listen, I got to take the brand new AC I got for downstairs in the living room and put it in this YouTuber room because both of the old ones going, and it was 90 degrees. It's still 78 in here. It's too hot. So we got 14,000 BTUs over there, and it's doing its justice. So if the fan's too loud, let me know. If not, I'll crank it up even louder. Everybody,
what do you want to talk about tonight, Andy? Well, first of all, before we get going, I just want to say hi to everyone. I see Car Audio Obsessed is here. Uncle Bobby B is here. I saw Stu. I lost track of everybody that I saw. Like, the whole gang is here. The gang's all here. And if you're watching, it's really important that you share the video because we had a crash earlier. Like, everything just died. I was sitting over here getting ready to go, and everything froze up, and I thought, oh, crap, I've dropped off the show. And then Andy pops up and goes, what happened? Everything just died on my end. So in situations like that, it's imperative that you smash that like button and share the video so people people who missed it the first time can come back around and find it. So good to see everybody hanging out in the chat.
Thank you for that, Justin. Truly. Honestly, I'm pretty good with the live stream stuff, but that one I could not stop. I'm like, what did I do? I broke it. Nah, thank you so much. And tonight we're going to keep it loose like how we always do. And we're going to have you on again too, because I just feel that chemistry with you, man, and what you do for the car audio community. We're going to get into that, but I like to start off at the basics. What was your first system, or what got you into car audio or audio in general? Take it whichever way you like.
Let's start with my first system. You ready for the very first one? I'm going to count the first one that had a subwoofer with it. And it was an MTX Blue Thunder in a sealed enclosure in the back of a Pontiac Grand Am. One from the late 80s, I think it was, maybe an 89 model. And the first stereo I had was one of those, it was a Kenwood. It was one of those dual shaft stereos with a tape player in the middle. And years later, I upgraded to a 10-disc CD changer in the trunk and a Sony head unit. And that was awesome. I had a Sherwood amplifier running that MTX Blue Thunder. That was kind of where I started. And the subwoofer was a gift. My brother bought that for me for my birthday one year, and he bought it, I think, back in the day, you could go to like an arena and they'd have shows where they would get rid of old gear, and so he bought it cheap at a big stereo show. And so there you go. That was my very first subwoofer. So I've always been fond of MTX. But kickers were around back then, back when they had the gold letters, and man, those were awesome. There was a cruising scene in one of the towns near me. I say a town near me because I grew up in the country. Town was 30 minutes away. And I vividly remember a buddy had a pair of Kicker 15s he somehow managed to fit into an old Fox body Mustang. It was one from the early 80s with a 351 in it. And he'd folded down the back seat and had this huge box and this big Jensen amplifier. And he was going to school for electronics. He was the older brother of a buddy's girlfriend, I think. And I remember him with his Mustang and those big kickers back there with the gold letters. And those were awesome. And so for me, kicker, you're the kicker guy, right? But kicker is part of the memory of growing up. Yeah. And now that I get to play around with kickers today, it's all like, I'm like a kid in a candy store, man. It's great.
I know it's kind of crazy just with how car audio prices. I would say they've come down, especially for when the era that you're talking about. Like to get a subwoofer or 300 watt amplifier was like gold. Like getting like a 10K nowadays. You know, you're talking some money, and power's cheaper, and getting louder's cheaper. So just, you know, MTX, Kicker, you know, just a lot of the, I would say like the grandfather brands of car audio that have been around they're different, man. And it's so cool to see some of them just still doing the same thing, you know, even with MTX. I know we got a car audio guy over here. He likes to rep their MTXs, and I mean, Square subs, I mean, I'm all ears, you know, cool. And no, that's awesome to hear. And it's just cool to hear someone's story of how they got into it, because I feel like that's the first initial grasp, and it makes those people that, you know, they have that story, they turn into like you and me and the people that are in the chat. You know, they go kind of crazy, rather than the guy that just got a pair of 2 speakers and he was like, and just kind of chucked it away and never got back into it and started playing video games till 4 in the morning. You know, we all have our thing.
My buddy in high school who had a big system, at one point he managed to put 4 of those MTX Blue Thunder 10s behind the seat of his regular cab Ford Ranger, and he saved all that gear, and he actually handed that down to his kid. And so his kid has got those 4 MTX Blue Thunders from back in the day. And anyone who's old to remember they came with a 10-year warranty. They had rubber surrounds, which don't decay like foam surrounds do. And so they were like, hey, these last forever, guys. You can buy them and run them forever. And I literally know someone who's been running them for the same speakers for 30 years at this point now. So
keep on kicking. I mean, you know, it's just quality stuff. It's going to last, you know, and other stuff. I mean, it all depends. You know, it's crazy how they made stuff back then. And, you know, you can get into, everything's made overseas, but I feel like it just comes down to how you make it and the quality stuff that you invest in it. So
yeah, but everything's made overseas.
I know.
It's just, you know, that's what happened. That's you know, in the 1993 thing just moved overseas. You know, there you go. What are you going to do, right? Nothing we can do about that.
No, and we that's like a whole topic in itself too. I know, I mean, we're on a Kicker show here, and they have claimed reasons why they did what they did, you know, and that's even the thing too. It was better stuff when they made it in Stillwater, and I feel like that's 99.9% nostalgia just screaming in your ear. And they're one of the few companies that did not just go, okay, we're going to go overseas and make cheaper products, and here you go. And it's the same thing, right? No, I think the stuff's better, man. It's just hard to compare old school gear versus new stuff. I feel like a lot of the old school gear would be also very good working with home audio, and I know home audio is your thing as well. When did you get into home audio? Obviously before the car audio, right?
No, after. Well, I mean, everyone's into
Wow.
audio. If you're into audio,
Yeah.
you're into audio. Most people who are
Right.
into home audio are into car audio and vice versa, just maybe at different levels. But it was about 2015, and I was in the market for a home theater subwoofer, and I was looking at my price range and what was out there and what it could do, and, you know, looking at how is it tuned, looking at the wattage and everything, and I realized that I could probably buy and build something that would perform better if I just bought the parts and gave it a try. And so my first speaker box I ever built was a home theater subwoofer. And what I love about subwoofers, they're the perfect entry point into the hobby. And if you want to build a box, start with a subwoofer. My advice for someone who's never built anything before, home or a car, is don't start small, start simple.
Right.
Is there anything more simple than a rectangular prism with a circle in it for a speaker, right? That's very simple. Start off with a 12. You're going to get good performance out of a 12, right? Because it's got enough cone area to move a little bit of air. So my first thing I ever built was a home theater subwoofer. Still had the actual subwoofer. I rebuilt it years later when the amp died, and I wanted to try a different amp out and made some content. But it was a Dayton Audio 12. They do the home theater stuff. That's what they're kind of made for, with a Dayton Audio plate amp. And I was so thrilled and proud of myself. And even though I was thrilled and proud of myself, every time I looked at it, I saw the flaws, right? It's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, that's that one little spot where I messed up. I didn't do a good job of erasing my pencil marks before I stained it, and I had some pencil marks. You know, it's like I could see them. No one else seemed to notice them, or they were all polite and didn't notice them. But that was the first home theater speaker that I built, and then I started building out all of my home theater, middle, center, right, left, et cetera, with the Tritrix kit from Parts Express. And if you just want to like put a kit together, man, they got the kit that's perfect for that kind of thing. So, I mean, and it sounds great. It's a transmission line.
Ooh.
And transmission lines sound amazing. It's hard for them to sound bad.
You know, every time I hear transmission line, I think a big box and just, you know, port area is just kind of massive compared to your normal box, but the amount of output that you can get out of a transmission line, and that's more of a DIY enclosure. You can't just buy a transmission line just anywhere. I mean, you can, but you know, they're not on Amazon. You know, you really have to look on there, you know.
Well, the size of the opening of the transmission line needs to be the same as the cone area. Right. So if you have a 10-inch speaker, you basically need a 10-inch hole for your transmission line. And so this transmission line's a pair of 5 1/4. So it's not like it has to be that big.
No.
And the length of the transmission line, it's usually 1/4 of the distance of the resonant frequency of the driver. So the resonant frequency of these 5 1/4, I don't know, 100 hertz maybe? I've never even looked at it. So you don't need a big line. So it looks like a regular tower speaker, and it's got this cool folded transmission line that some brilliant guy designed. And they sound great and have adequate, surprising amount of bass output for a pair of 5 1/4.
That's awesome. You know, and I think, you know, transmission line, like I automatically go to subwoofer bass, and you need long, even for tuning, you know, you need long ports, you know, just for lower bass. And for like mid-range and stuff like what you're talking about there, I guess, yeah, you wouldn't need it to be super massive, and it would still be functional in your living room. It's not going to take up your couch, you know, like one less couch.
If you want to go down a rabbit hole, a huge rabbit hole, there's this thing called a sono sub. And it uses this stuff called sonotube. It's what they use for concrete forms. So if you wanted to pour a concrete post, a round post, you buy this. It's this really thick, heavy cardboard, and you fill it with concrete and then cut the cardboard off, and you've got a concrete column. Okay, go buy one of those things in a big subwoofer, and people will buy these things and decorate them so they look like, you know, columns from the Parthenon or something in their living room. And, you know, with a big living room, it might be 12, 15 feet tall, and put a huge subwoofer in it, and people apparently love these things. You know, you put 415s in these giant columns, and you're going to get something pretty impressive. It's hard not for 415s to be impressive, but people will build those. And again, you know, paint them to look like columns, paint them like whatever you want, decorate them however you want. And then they become these decorative elements that pump out this nice transmission line bass. And
wow,
yeah, you will go down a rabbit hole if you Google that, because it's kind of cool. I've always wanted to try one, but just haven't gotten around to it.
Cool
Mostly
enough for
because
your
they
wife
don't stock
to
it locally, and it actually gets kind of expensive when you get into the big, heavy, large diameter stuff. So
right, and shipping on that and everything else. I mean, so it looks good enough that the wife would approve, more so than just a regular square box that's taken up. You know, yeah.
yes. Anything home audio, you have to keep the wife approval factor in mind.
You really
do. If the wife
do.
doesn't like the way it looks, it's not going in her house.
And that's the thing with home audio and car audio. At least car audio, it's not in her car; it's in your car. Home audio, that's her domicile, man. You got to get permission. You just have to.
What's funny about my wife is, well, I don't want a fancy radio in my car. I don't need all that loud bass. But when we take a trip in my vehicle, by the time we get there, I'm deaf, because she's found a song that she likes, and she just cranks it up as high as it'll go. And it's like, are you sure you don't want me to upgrade yours? Oh, no, it's not worth it. I don't really like the music that much. It's like,
you just do it without asking. They turn it up. They're like, oh, yeah, I guess I do like this. I catch Kayla bumping down the street sometimes, because she's like, I don't turn it up real loud like you do all the time. And then I'm like, okay, I heard you 2 blocks away. You know, who's lying to who here?
It's hard not to, right? Because it's fun.
Yeah. It is. It is.
It's hard not to just, that bass knob just kind of starts creeping up, and the next thing you know, you're getting pulled over, and people, sir, why are you making so much noise? I can hear you. I've never gotten pulled over for noise. I'm not that loud, so.
I know you have to be really loud. Like I've had issues running the stereo competitions locally. You know, obviously you're a sitting duck. Cop comes up, what are you doing here? We got complaints. But in the road, the only time I ever got in trouble with bass, I was 17. I had a pair of the dual light up, band pass looking enclosures in the back of my Saturn. Yes, terrible. Oh man, but I felt like I was loud. It was louder than my single 10 sealed, and I'm like, oh yeah, this
get loud,
booming.
absolutely.
Yeah, that's 47 hertz. That's it. No higher, no lower. That is it. And
information.
That's it. It won't do it. Nope. Yep. Doing it specifically. And I'm rolling downtown Myrtle Beach, where all the people are. They got the squatted trucks. This is before squatted trucks were cool. And a bicycle cop is in front of me, right? And next thing you know, I look behind me and I see lights and I'm like, huh? And here they were both bicycle police officers, and they cited me for my stereo. It was 7:00 in the afternoon. I was rolling 5 miles an hour. And they got me, and I wasn't gonna fight the ticket either. I'd have to go back down to Myrtle Beach, and that's a little bit of a price there. But yeah, that was the only time I ever had that, and I wasn't even loud. So there is that. Excuse me, sorry, my voice is breaking in. The super chats have been going crazy. We're gonna roll through these super chats, and
grab some super chats. Let's see who's out there supporting you.
We got Kicker Car here with 50 gifted memberships. Every Kicking with Andy. This guy is awesome, man. I'm going to have to just put at the end of the show, this show is sponsored by Kicker Car. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. And, he does win some giveaways, but it's not how you do it. You enter at kicker.com. Oh, wrong way, Ernie. Kicker.com/UM Weekly. That is how you enter the giveaway. Again, we have 2 giveaways tonight. If you entered 2 Tuesdays ago, you got a chance to win. And of course tonight, appreciate you guys that enter, share it, and you're just helping Kicker out, and they're helping you out as well. And we got some pennies here from Jake. We got to throw up the pennies.
I got pennies.
2 of them. That's it, pennies. Appreciate you, Mr. SDK Enclosures. This is another guy that I have talked to on the Discord side of things and learned more about enclosures, and I know that's what you do, Justin. We're going to get into that as well. Thank you so much, Jake. Appreciate you. And I was definitely not thinking about you when I said that, and I love you, man. Thank you so much. And then CAE, Car Audio Enthusiast. I know you know this guy.
I don't care what you say about kickers. This guy is a difference maker.
Thank you, CAE, for the 20 gifted memberships. Captcha Fiend, just subscribe. Appreciate you, Captcha Fiend. And CAE, another YouTuber, which I told him I need to get him on. That's what I want to start to try doing a little bit, spread it out a little bit, but get more YouTubers. I mean, we've had some big...
I like his kind of off-the-cuff style. I can't do off-the-cuff. I'm bad at that.
No, you do good, man. I mean, that's what you're doing right now. And, I mean, we might as well get into that with the live streaming, just the audio advice with Toyd. How long did that go for with the live streams with that? And will you ever...
Super chats? Did you hear everybody?
I think we got them all. Yeah, I think we got them all. As soon as I say that, the more will drop, but we're good for now.
So Nick and I, we just kind of randomly met through the internet, Facebook or something like that. And I was like, hey, this guy's, I've been watching his videos. I learned so much watching his stuff. And we started live streaming back in the day with Hi-Fi Vega, and we live streamed off and on. Oh, was that Blake?
Oh, of course it's Blake. That's our buddy Blake. He's amazing.
Awesome. Blake is awesome. That stunt wall he had at Slamology was so damn cool.
It kept up, and that's saying something at Slamology because it's loud. It's loud.
But Nick and I, we streamed off and on for about 2.5 years, I guess. And then we get busy, stuff. You know how it is. Yeah. You get busy, you got stuff going on. And we just dropped off. And he's live streaming again. He is, actually, the show works better because it's two other guys that are home audio guys.
Oh,
And so one of the guys, Impulse Audio is his channel. And he's one of the guys, he stopped uploading by the time I started my channel, but I was watching his stuff a lot. He tests speakers, like he pulls out these, the test microphones, tweeters, mid-ranges, et cetera, and tests them, kind of like Rawcat does. And, here's what you need to do to make this sound good. He's already designed the crossover. And so he's got a couple of guys who are really big into that home audio stuff. And so he's put together a pretty good show. But Nick's a great guy. I miss live streaming with him, but we just got busy. It's just like, Monday night was nice to have that time to edit the footage from the weekend, and we just dropped off. So
that's how it goes. Whenever I started live streaming, I did it with Scott and Casey, the Rolling Thunder, and then it was just like one day that was the last show. And it's sad, it's bittersweet, you miss it, but I mean, doing what you do now, I feel like that kind of makes sense, because I mean, you were kind of like, car audio did home audio, but you were more of the car audio side, and Toyd was just home audio, a little bit of car audio, but not really. Like, he was home audio, so you almost got to find somebody that's more your speed, but a little different, I mean, can't be exactly alike, that'd be weird,
Oh yeah.
Now, does everybody think Justin is loud enough? Because I will turn up his gain if you say he's not loud enough. Let me know in the chat.
I can always move the mic closer to my face too, so that always works.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't put it in the tags, but we could do an ASMR, real close to the microphone. Yeah.
And I can always be louder. I have to project my voice on a regular basis for the day job, so it's nothing. I can go as loud as you want, so.
Awesome. I mean, we got the auto gain, but
control right here, guys. We can.
Yeah, that's it. Oh man, I mean, being an audio channel, I mean, they're going to be the guys that are going to call us out. I mean, like, hey, you got to fix the stuff,
And what's so funny is, early in my channel, my audio was so terrible. I was using a shotgun mic, and it just. If I turned the mic up, all it could pick up was background noise, and I sounded terrible. And I started sounding really, really good on camera when I got the good Rode lavalier mics, and that made a big difference. And that's one of those things. Gosh, how much money are your microphones?
They get expensive.
My microphones all died on me, like all at the same time. I lost all my mics and had to go out and invest in new microphones recently. And it's like, that's the kind of thing the super chats go for, and the patrons and stuff. That money's not. I'm not spending that money on cocaine and hookers. I'm buying stuff for the channel,
I mean, McDonald's and Sheetz fries. I mean, a few went there, but no, absolutely. You put it into the studio. I mean, I keep everything separate as I can. Sometimes, it's like, all right, well, the guy said, this is for Dave and Buster's or something like that, something special. But this stuff is expensive, and with what you do in YouTube and car audio, obviously you get better as you go and you get more equipment and stuff, but your pacing and what you bring to the table, it doesn't also just look good, it sounds good with what you're saying and what you're bringing information wise. There are some YouTubers out there where they're just they're pointing, they're talking, and they're not leveling with the audience. And I feel that's what you do very well, where you bring it down to an understanding, and then you also turn up the gain a little bit, and then you pull it back down, just so it's understandable, digestible, and it's really a broad subject what you do. It's not just amp dynos, it's not just enclosures, it's kind of everything with tools and testing and playing around with the CNC. I just love what you do, man.
Yeah, that CNC machine has been a bit of a blessing and a curse. Those things are they're big, they're expensive, it's difficult to learn how to use them, but when you can set the machine up on a hot day and walk away, it can be a real blessing sometimes. And it can do things that I could do without a CNC machine, but it'll be very, very hard to do without them.
Right, right. Because then the CNC literally keeps everything 100% straight. You got everything mounted together. It's not less user error. It's did the bit break or did I make a wrong calculation?
Oh, and starting off using it, I mean, everything I did failed for the first 4 months. Right?
That's how you learn. Yeah.
And it's like, why did the bit plunge all the way through the material in the first pass when it was supposed to go a 1/4 inch, right? Some setting was wrong, and eventually you keep trial and error, and eventually you get to the point where it's like, okay, now it seems to be working.
Yeah.
But it just takes time to learn how to do that kind of thing. And again, there are things that the CNC will allow me to do that
Look at that.
doing it without the CNC would be so much harder.
Right. And you know, I don't have one, but I've messed around with like a vinyl cutter and doing that kind of stuff, you know, just kind of plotting everything out. It's fun to do that. Alongside, it makes it easier too for you. You know, you're not doing it by hand, and just it's going to be perfect every time. And especially for like the layered stuff you do with like the beauty face parts for like for the baffle. You know, like that stuff you can do by hand, but I feel like a CNC would make it a dream to do.
Well, you know, think about this for a second. Let's imagine that you've got a baffle and you got a speaker in a baffle. Well, why don't let me just like, maybe if I can find a picture, we'll show a picture here.
Okay, here, go ahead.
Here's an old build.
Let me pull this up here.
Let me see if I can share a screen.
Okay. Let me know if that
Toggle the
works.
Chat. I got to hit the button. Share a screen. There we go. We're going to share an entire screen, I think. There we go. All right. You got a picture of a kicker there?
I see something here. I'm typing it in on this, and we're going to pull it up in 3. Well, let's see if it loads. Don't crash on me, StreamYard. StreamYard. I always still call it StreamYard. Let's see. There we go. Nope, nope. Yes, big screen. Okay, wrong one. Too many buttons. Hold on. There we go. There it is.
There we go. So this is an old build. This is the first kicker build I ever did. This is a kicker Comp R12. And what I've done here is I've got a double baffle and I've recessed the subwoofer into the outer baffle. And so imagine you're building a subwoofer box and you want to put that subwoofer right in the center. And then but you miss it by an inch. So it's an inch too high or an inch too low. Okay, well, you measure and cut that baffle, and if you just flip the baffle over, all of a sudden you're 2 inches off. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So the possibilities for making mistakes, even as something where I measured it perfectly, but I just repositioned one thing a little bit. Now it's ruined. And the thing about the CNC machine is you're going to get it measured perfectly. Just don't flip it over like that if it's slightly offset. So this right here is, this build took a little while to make. It was the first kicker build that I ever made. One of my early builds on my channel. And I loved it. It turned out great. I ran it for years. It was like a main kind of workhorse of the channel. Anytime I need to test something or show something off. That paint kind of looks like orange in the light, but it was red. And it was red to match that red stitching on that Comp R12, which is a fantastic subwoofer.
I love the contrast, and the Comp R is their number one. It's just right in the middle. It's not gonna kill your wallet, and it's not gonna, make you go deaf super fast.
It's a 500 watt subwoofer. 2 of those on a 1,000 watt amp is more than most people will ever need. And of course, there are people watching who think, well, that's child's play. I want something bigger. It's like, most people don't need anything bigger than that. Most people will be really happy with it. I was thrilled with it for a while. And the only reason, if I wasn't running the YouTube channel, I probably would have built it and kept it and not gotten rid of it eventually. This was in my oldest child's vehicle for a little while, and now he's running some of those. He's running one of those thin kicker boxes. Kicker sent me one of their thin boxes years ago to do a review, and so all the kicker stuff just keeps on going. It just doesn't fall apart, and it works. And the box had imperfections, but if you want a perfect box, pay someone else to make it. Right? Getting it perfect is hard.
Nah, you got to get it to sound good and then look good later.
And it sounded great. It was 2.5 cubic feet. I'm a big believer in oversizing boxes. Big boxes, big ports. That's what you need, right? Someone said I need to show the most recent enclosure build that's up on my Patreon. So is it too early to show that one off? Let's take a look at that.
No,
one.
go ahead.
This one I just finished it today actually. So this is some pictures of Kicker Comp Q10. Can y'all see that?
Oh, well, yeah, we're looking at it.
Are you looking at that? Look at that blue spider to match the blue stitching. The attention to detail on this subwoofer is amazing, right?
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Stitched tinsel leads. Yeah, I love the terminals right next to each other. So all I needed was like a piece of scrap wire to jump over from the positive to positive and negative to negative to wire in parallel. I don't know why they don't do it on every subwoofer, right? That just made life so much easier.
I know. I think they're starting to change a little bit on that. You know, instead of being all over the place on the back of the motor, just one spot. Yeah, yeah.
And there's that rib surround that Kicker is so famous for, and there's that blue stitching and that blue Comp Q logo. Right? Are you looking at it?
Oh, I'm looking at it.
Let's see if I can get to the pictures here. I got a Lazy Susan. Sometimes I'll put a subwoofer on a Lazy Susan so I can spin it around.
Them Lazy Susans aren't very lazy. I've seen them spin some heavy kickers, man.
Whoa, hang on. 4 of them?
Whoa. Are you making a
10-inch
quad
subwoofers?
box? Is that a quad box in the making?
Maybe I'm going to make something with 4 10-inch subwoofers. Maybe that's what I'm going to make. Y'all need to stay tuned for that. That's going to pop up. So here's the box I'm working on right now. And let's see here. So the idea, if you find the picture, is, so that is, that's a kerfed port. So there's this big kerf that goes around the entire thing. You can see from the top view right there.
That's beautiful.
On the bottom side of this is where the port is. So the port is curved into the left. And then the whole thing has a round over at every corner. This big, massive, it's 18-inch circumference semicircle on the right-hand side of the box. And so it kind of has this kind of teardrop kind of shape to it.
Yeah.
And you can see where the problem with using the CNC or a router to kerf is you get those ridges. And I don't know what to do about that. I need to experiment more, try some different bits, and see if I can find a way to get rid of those ridges.
It just looks like it's like low poly. You know what I mean? Like an older video game.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
I
Here's
like
an
it.
inside view of the enclosure, and what you can see on the bottom is you can see this rabbited groove that the port is going to kind of ride along inside the enclosure. And that's one thing I can do with the CNC machines. I can cut dados and rabbets flawlessly every single time after I got sorted out how to do it. I could do it flawlessly every single time. Like with this one here, because I had to run along that curve and the segments weren't perfect curves, I had to oversize that a little bit by about a 1/16 of an inch to get it to fit. And what I love about that is you get a really good glue joint, because you're going to get glue on the bottom and glue on the top and glue everywhere on that joint.
Yeah.
And this is what, now check this out. You can see, I call it the stylized K, that Kicker logo. So what I've got is an insert, and then inside the insert, I've inserted that Kicker logo.
Ooh.
And
That's
the
beautiful.
kind of thing that,
Yeah, you
I
can't.
don't know, Color Audio Fabrication can do it with his templates. And I can do it with templates, but it's going to take hours. And this right here, a few minutes to draw it out in the software and then set it up on the machine. And what I do is I put in some really good ear protection and go clean my shop, because I'm so messy. I think I have ADHD. I can't keep anything clean. Every flat surface is covered with stuff. I just pile stuff up. So I'm cleaning and organizing while the CNC machine's working. And that's going to turn out really great. And again, it's recessed. You can see here there is a 45-degree chamfer on that recess.
Wow.
Do you see
I
it?
like, yeah, because it kind of angles up.
That was cut with the CNC.
Wow.
And here's something I like about this subwoofer here. I don't know if you can see my mouse on the screen.
Yeah, we can see it.
This ridge right here that's kind of shiny.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
That same ridge is on the Comp R, but it's polished on the Comp Q. So it has this shiny ridge on it. It just adds a neat little accent to it. So this is just it's a beautiful subwoofer.
Really is.
Would
Dude,
you look at that?
you're I'm looking at it. Your enclosures look like something that, you're paying top dollar for. They're just beautiful. And, I know you can say, oh, it's a CNC, but it's up here too, man. You come a long way.
It took a lot of work to do this. This was not easy. There's a brace that I designed that I think I may have left out of the actual box when I got it finished, because getting all those curved pieces all together at once was a bit of a challenge. But this is kind of a peek of what it's going to look like inside. And
look at that.
Yeah, it turned out really, really cool. And sometimes you make mistakes.
Yeah.
I don't like to think of my mistakes as failures. I like to think of them as prototypes,
Yeah, exactly.
So
It'll fly eventually.
Prototypes to get this box done. I had my fair share of prototypes on this one.
That is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, so that's wait, hang on, we're not done yet.
All right. Cool.
I think I might have. This is what the insert looked like. The lighting was bad when I took this picture.
I like that. It makes it pop.
Yeah. So that's I bought some blue vinyl, and I sprung for some extra 4-way stretch vinyl, and it was kind of hard to work with, but easier than the regular stuff. And it was not perfect on the wrap job, but all that stuff was hidden once I got everything pressed in. Had to use my motivator, my rubber mallet to get those in there, and so that turned out really cool. Wrapping in vinyl is hard, y'all. If you've never wrapped anything in vinyl, you try it sometime.
Yeah,
You'll hate your life.
I do vinyl stickers. That's far as I go. That's crazy there. You got to be talented.
More super chats come in, Andy?
Oh, absolutely. And I think Jake's yelling at you here.
Hit those super chats. Let's.
All right, we're going to hit that. Okay, gotcha. We need the pennies.
I can't see what's on the screen. But go ahead and thank you.
SDK, he loves his CNC. Justin, I'm going to message you. I have free CNC info.
Free's my favorite price.
I know, right? You can't beat it. That's the guy I'm talking
John
about,
K.
man.
How's John K. been? I hadn't seen him since Slamology.
Of course. There he is. Thank you, John. Appreciate you, man. You guys are making it rain out here.
John's a great guy. He is a great guy. We need more John K's in the world.
Make it rain.
Hit it, Michael.
Yes.
Eddie.
Went over.
He's got some of the best humor too. Some of the best humor. And now he's getting pretty big. He's getting bulk, man. I mean, next Slamology, he's gonna be like, "How you doing, Andy?" You know, I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Is he lifting? Is he in the gym?
He's hitting the gym. I mean, what else are you gonna do if there's no Slamology? And speaking of that, that was your first year there, correct? Last year?
Yes. Yep.
You know what?
Slamology experience, and it was amazing.
You know, it's like no other, really. And I actually do have a little clip of you at Slamology, and you're gonna have to guess what system it's in.
Give me a look at the base, man.
All right, cool. I'll put the windows up so you can actually hear a little bit. Got Cookie Monster here, living Loud Vanny. You already know the deal. Old school Solo X18 in here. It's on 2 of the new Warhorses, the WX 3600. Just at 2 ohms per coil. I got the readouts up here. Wireless bass knob up here. Got a lot of gadgets and gizmos and stuff. And,
all the stuff to make it work, man. You got the fuzz everywhere.
Yep, I've had this, not this entire build, but this car and this build since 2012. So it's come its way. So
You have been out there doing amazing things.
Thanks, man. You too.
And people love what you do. Let's bring some bass.
Hey, let's do it.
I don't need it that now. Just give me a little shake real quick and I'll be happy.
Gotcha.
Yes, I tapped out.
Oh, we got it on camera too. We got it on camera.
Yeah. That's good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was enough. You know, you got to remember that if you're there all day long listening to loud cars, you just need a little taste of all of them.
Yeah. You don't have to go for the full course meal.
Yeah, it's like, if you're gonna you can't sample everything at the ice cream store, all 31 flavors. You can't eat a bowl of all 31, but you can sample them though, right? So you get a little taste of all of them.
Challenge accepted. No, I know what you mean on that. And, whenever you go to a show like that, it's just, you see the videos, but then when you get into it, it's like, oh my God, this thing's going to rip my face off. I can't breathe. And my system's small, you know what I mean? Compared to everything else that's there, So maybe next year you'll be able to go into I'll take a whole minute of a 160 demo. I'll be fine.
You see, it's small, right? But it's also a really small car. And that subwoofer is like right behind you.
Yeah, you feel it. You feel it.
Yeah. It doesn't take as much to pressurize that small car. That's why back in the day, people wanted to use those Honda CRXs for their SPL vehicles.
Yeah, cheater cars. They really are. They really are. And, everyone's like, why don't you put a second one in there? I'm like, are you crazy? Like in one box. Yeah, right.
There's not room for it.
We'll just stack them on each other, and we'll be fine. Just put a couple on the roof, Yeah.
All right. All right. So you got all your super chats? You got all those taken care of?
Yeah, we got most of them. We got CAE with another 10 from earlier, and also Mike DePoli. Thank you guys for gifting the Green Team memberships. I can't thank you enough. You guys are great.
Bass hitting hard. Yeah. Turn down for what? Okay. Yeah.
Sometimes when I bring a guest on, it's like, what do I do? Like, I'm just like, boom, 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 boom. But it's all right. Kickers got it made. They don't have the super chats on, and they got Ernie in the background, and then they got J-Dub doing the comments and calling, making sure everything's good, and the giveaway stuff. And then, Aaron and John in the front doing it all. It's like, I'm like this monkey, with like the bango connected everything. It's like, yeah, sure. We got this. Got this. But thank you guys. And Justin, one other thing I wanted to go over was just what made you want to do YouTube? Like after the whole loving audio, car audio, what made you want to pick up the camera?
All right. So before I do that, I want to show you the finished product because I got this finished.
Oh, okay. I got it. He's ready. Awesome. Oh, look at that.
Yeah. The carpet wrap was not quite perfect, but it came together and it sounded every bit as good as it looks. And this thing, I'm excited. I got a ton of footage. I was probably got 2 or 3 weeks total into the build off and on, and took a weekend off to go to the Excess Power show and check out some stuff up there. And so it turned out great. I'm thrilled. Could not have done that without the CNC machine. And so this, with a little bit of luck, this will be this weekend's video. Will be the build process for this guy. So
that thing is beautiful. I mean, honestly, looking at it, it looks like something that Kicker makes, and it's for like marine audio, like that blue and that blue. It's just it's making me think that. Like it just sitting in like this like $40,000 boat. You know what I mean? Like it's just that's beautiful.
All right, so what I want to know is what if you were to buy something like that from a shop, what would you expect to pay for it?
Oh my God, $800. Minimum, just because the curved. You think more?
I have no idea. I have no idea what a box like this is worth. I just know that it was a fun and exciting build. So there you go. That is it. That is the big show. So how do I stop sharing the screen? Let's try this button right here. Hey, that stopped it. All right.
There we go. Cool.
You had asked a question. You asked. Your question was.
Oh yes.
Why did I pick up the camera?
Yes.
So a lot of reasons. And I've thought about this a lot because I've been asked this before and I've given slightly different answers. One thing is I've always been the kind of person who wants to be part of the conversation. Whenever I have a hobby, if there's back when internet forums were a thing, I'd be in the internet forums asking and answering questions, trying things out, reporting what I learned, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of the first thing. And you're the same way, right? You're the kind of person who's all like, I'm going to be engaged. And I'm going to talk to people, and I'm going to be a part of it because you got into this because you started putting together the Facebook page, and you started putting together competitions locally, right?
Yep.
That's kind of how you got rolling. So just like that, I'm always let's be part of the conversation kind of thing. And I thought about filming and posting just to my own personal social media, some of the stuff I was making, showing it off to some friends and whatnot. And then I'm watching YouTube and I'm realizing some of these people make money on this. And I thought to myself, if I could make $50 a month,
Yeah.
with just a handful of people watching a video, then I'd have $50 a month that I could use, and I could save up and every few months buy a subwoofer.
Yeah.
And I could have a hobby that paid for itself if I just filmed it. And I'd gotten some kind of trial by fire experience editing video at work, and already had a video editor that I'd already purchased with my own money to put on my own computer so I could work from home. And so I'm sitting here with an old cell phone and software that I halfway know how to use, and I'm all like, what have I got to lose, right?
Right.
And just grabbed the camera. I bought a tripod, and if you wanted to make your own YouTube videos, best advice I can give you would be to take your cell phone, don't buy a camera, buy a good tripod, spend some money on a microphone maybe, and spend some money on lights.
Yep.
And then I had this moment where I'm looking at how much money I'm spending on lights.
Yeah.
Like I ordered $200 for the lights from Amazon one day because I needed lights. And I thought to myself, all
am I
right,
doing?
I got me some lights. Now my videos aren't going to look quite so bad. And I'm sitting here going, I've got to take this seriously. I've got to find out how to entertain people. I've got to figure out what people actually want to watch, because I'm not spending money on subwoofers. I'm buying lights. I could give a damn about lights. Lights are useless to me, right? I got enough light to see what I can care less. I got a camera. Great. I'm not into cameras. I barely know how to use it. I put on autofocus and hope it works, right?
Yeah.
Some people are into the gear, right? You know people like that. High Five Vega was into the camera gear. Like Dean with 5-Star Car Stereo was into the camera gear. He already had the camera gear.
Yeah, Rob helped me out a lot in the beginning with the gear.
Helpful guys. And I'm burning all this money on gear that I don't care about. And I realize I have to make videos people care about. I got to find something that I can make a video that people actually care about, because it has to bring money in, or else you can't afford to do it. Right?
Right. Yeah. You're not just doing it for yourself. You're doing it for now it's your fan base, you know?
Well, even if you're doing it for yourself and just for your own self, most people can't cash flow what it's going to cost to buy all the stuff to do it.
Right. Right.
You know, that's it, right?
It costs money. I know with me, it's like, dude, I'm looking at, another microphone, another what have you, lights, man. I'm bare minimum, but it's like positioning them right and having the control on those lights is, key. But right, whenever you're just starting out, the best camera you got is the one that's in your pocket. And nowadays you can have $1,000 camera, aka your iPhone. Sorry, Android. They got you on the cameras, I think. But still, it definitely works. But no, that's cool. Same, exactly. And it's like you're doing the stuff. You might as well film it.
The short, non-nuanced answer is I started posting videos on YouTube to make money, but I didn't do it to quit my day job. I didn't do it because I'm some greedy guy who's just here to make a bunch of money. No, I did it because if I had a little bit extra money, I could buy a subwoofer guilt-free, not have to worry about, well, maybe we should have put an extra house payment, but no, this thing made the money, so I could buy a couple of subwoofers, right? Because you know how it is, you got a house payment, you got a car payment, you got kids who got to go to college one day, and so a lot of this stuff, man, it's luxury, right? It's luxury. You can't. It's stuff that we don't need, but it makes life better.
It does. Whenever I started, all I wanted to be able to do was be able to pay for my YouTube Premium by the YouTube, and now it's like, okay, we got that, we'll rack it up, vidIQ, all this other stuff, and it's like that's where all your money goes, and your thumbnails look great, your videos are awesome, and just your pacing, like that's stuff you learn along the way before you just start to pick up the camera and buy all the equipment and do everything that you're doing. But and just what you bring to the table, it's literally jack of all trades with what you bring, and I like it, man. You know, it's like you go to Parker, you go to Derek, you go to Rob. You know, they all have like their niche, and Rob did a little bit more jack of all trades, a little bit, and but still, you know, now he's just doing the live streams with what's his name? I can't remember his name right now,
Dean,
but reverse polarity. You know, and that's the thing. It's hard to keep this going. You've been doing YouTube for what, 4, 5, 6 years now?
Started in 2019.
Wow, so 6 years. That's crazy. It's 2025. We're all getting old. That's crazy. I know I started 2020 technically, October 5th-ish. You know, that's whenever I was like, okay, I'm going to do this YouTube stuff like full-time, kind of sort of picking up the camera. I know what I'm doing and what I'm getting into. So you know the process, and 100,000 subscribers. Congratulations, man. Just that's a milestone.
I'm up to 118 now, man. I got up there.
Okay.
It's slow and steady, climbs every day.
That's awesome, man. And it's real organic growth, and you have the fan base. Like, I go and look at your videos, and within like the first 48 hours, you know, you got 100 comments. You know, that is a community, people that are tuned in. And obviously we had 60 plus in here tonight for the entire show. They like to hear you, and no, thank you for coming on. And I'm not kicking you out of here.
For a live show, what do you typically see number-wise?
About 40 to 80 is like the low to high. So we're right there, right in the, and that's pretty good for not going live for a whole month. You know, analytics. I know you know analytics. You know, and it's just YouTube's like, hey, remember this guy?
So someone had asked a question, and I want to answer their question. The box that I'm building, who's it for? I'm just building it to show it off on the channel. It's not for any purpose besides that. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it when I'm finished with it. The speaker cutout will pretty much only fit the Kicker Comp Q. It was sized to fit it just perfectly and snugly. We're currently in my truck, subwoofer wise. I've got one of the Down for Sound 18-inch subwoofers, and it is in a big 8 cubic foot box. It's tuned to like 30 hertz.
Oh,
it's
wait,
not
you
terribly
mean this
loud.
one? You mean this one?
I gotta be honest with you, because I'm not honest. Y'all will call me out. This is the ugliest box I've ever made. But man, this thing absolutely pounds. I couldn't be happier with the sound.
That thing's taking up your whole back seat, man. Like, there is
the
no
back seat's long gone. It hasn't had a back seat for a couple of years now. Yeah, I got 143 out of it at one point.
You wound up getting 143. Wow. Did you wind up putting like a bigger amplifier on it to get that, or to position it, play around?
I'm running a JP23. Which they gave to me, which the only thing they've ever given to me was the amp, and I appreciate a lot. So, and I think I need it can handle more power. With box rise, I was doing 2,000 watts at 2 ohms, and it was. That subwoofer is just all like 2,000 watts. Yawn. Do you have any real power, man? Come on.
Yeah.
I think it can handle. I think it can eat 3 all day. So, and it's not really it's not designed to be loud. It was designed to be low, and I love that. Just like my favorite track to play just for the fun of it is the opening track of a Techmaster PEB. It came from Outer Base. And it's this low below human hearing, just kind of the whole thing shakes, and it's all like, there you go. That's what I like right there.
It's awesome, man. You know, you need those certain songs to play for each system that you have, and when you find that right one, it's just it's goosebumps, man.
And I've gotten the tuning improved, and so the blend from the mid range to the sub bass is on point, and so like. I was playing the Mika sound quality test tracks the other day, and oh, I'm loving this. This is great.
EDM, any kind of that, just bassatronics music. Speaking of which, I had him on the show. That guy is awesome. Like my childhood, bass, everything.
I'm hoping to in the next 2 months to replace the entire front stage. I got a full Savard 3-way front stage with some of their 8-inch mid basses and some speaker pods from customspeakerpods.com, and I'm going to run the 410s and the full 3-way front stage for a little while and see how I enjoy that.
That'll be awesome, man. You know, first time ever myself doing a dedicated, I guess, would you say, front stage, other than like not even like the Cookie Monster. I mean, it kind of is, but it's not. They're still playing full range, kind of like overlapping. But in my Pilot, I have the 6.5-inch KSs playing pretty much, 200 hertz and down, but they'll still play above that at a slope. And then you got the Snowmen up in the front.
Snowmen, yes.
Yes, and it's like my first like 3-way component, all separate driven, and then subwoofer. And a little, now I put in there a L7-8 in this oversized enclosure, and it digs down, and it sounds nice and warm, and it's like, this is perfect for a daily, and I still have a third row. I do miss the quad box. It's collecting dust right now. It is collecting dust.
I think you've got to do a giveaway now, don't you?
Yeah, I'm working on it as we're talking right now. Usually, there's a guy that does that. That's the only thing. It's like I got this little 5-minute window, and I try to baloney my way through, and here we are. There we go.
If you want to work on that, I can fill 5 minutes of airspace. That's for sure.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Let's see here. Well, while you're working on that, I'll just ask the chat. Does anybody have any questions? As I kind of lean forward and cut my top of my head off on camera here. Let me zoom out good here. Let me zoom it out. Here we go. Into the virtual camera. Zoom it out. There we go. All right. Anybody have any questions? Let's see if I can see the chat. Let me move the window over here where it's easier to read. Yes, I'm growing a Santa beard. The plan is to grow the beard out. And I don't know. I don't know if I should go really long or what, but the humidity here makes the sides go like this, like I'm trying to take flight and fly away. So David Letterman, yes, he has grown a beard similar to this. How do you get in the giveaway? I think there's a website you have to go to sign up for that.
Yes, kicker.com/UMweekly, but it technically is over. You have to wait till next Tuesday. Of course, Kicker does their giveaways every other Tuesday, and then I'm on the following every other Tuesday. But it's always kicker.com/UMweekly. Thank you, Justin.
So Stu asked if I was ever going to do a track saw. Years ago, Stu told me I should do a track saw instead of a table saw. And now that I've got the CNC machine, Stu is right. I should have skipped right over the expensive table saw. I've got a saw stop and just gotten a track saw. If you're going to be a DIYer, you want to start building stuff for real, a track saw is probably a better tool than a table saw. It's probably safer too.
Is the track saw the one where you kind of line it up? It has the arm, and then you just cut it, and it has like a guide arm. It follows you like a jig.
Right. That's the Craig jig that I've got. But this is actually a track that lays down on the sheet goods, and you can get those. Lots of different ones. You can get tons of them right out there. Ryobi's got one now. They're kind of trendy. Looking through here. Basin burnouts, that's Sean Mullen. Am I going to put a mini split in the
Mr.
garage?
Mullen.
So the IRS says I have to show on paper a profit 3 out of 5 years, which means I can't put a mini split in the garage until the IRS is clear. So it's going to be a couple of more years before I can go burn a bunch of money on that. When I do that, I'm probably going to spray foam it and just go completely over the top with that.
I thought about doing mini split in here, but I'm like, how am I going to run it all the way up to a second floor? You got to do it's just some labor, but they are nice. They really are.
Yes, I've got enough channels for a 3-way front stage. I have an 8-channel JL audio amp that I picked up from Crutchfield on a closeout. It was on a closeout, and then they sold out, and I say, dang, I missed it. And then someone returned one, and so I bought it open box after closeout prices, which is the only way I can afford JL stuff. But I've got a JL audio 8-channel, and I'm going to bridge 2 channels to go to the mid basses. and I've got a 12-channel DSP, so I've got channels for days. At some point, I need to put like big speakers in the back door so I can kind of open them up and do a stunt wall to show or something.
Yeah. You can never have too many channels. You know what I mean? It's like zones, just control.
You know what? We are awesome, and we know it. And you guys watching and giving them super chats and the thumbs up and the likes, y'all are awesome too. This is, we wouldn't have YouTube channels if we didn't have viewers. So we can't do any of this without people watching. So we appreciate you watching.
I know we would be just talking to ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe I need some big horns or something to put in the back door. So, okay, y'all are scrolling through them faster than I can click on them. Every time I click on one,
I know.
I'll scroll by. Let's see. I have no idea how many tons I need for my garage. I want to insulate it before I put the mini split in it. And when I do that, I need like more air cleaning because the dust in there is terrible. When I do that, I'm going to go all out. I'm going to put a good like epoxy coating on the floor, take everything out and do it all right.
Yeah. Cause so you just to keep the dust down to nothing. Right. Just because my garage, that's why I kind of stopped building enclosures inside there for a while, because it's just the dust just doesn't go away. You know, you clean it up and then it's just like there's more.
Well, that's the other thing with the CNC machine. I'm generating more dust than ever with the CNC machine.
Yeah.
But the dust collection's right on the bit, and it sucks up almost all of it. And so I have less dust, even though I'm making more dust. And since I've got, I don't know, just this summer alone, I've filled up my my bucket on my separator, my cyclone separator, twice. Just on that one box. Because that 1/4-inch bit, when it's going through that material, taking it out, man, it takes a lot. It hogs out a lot of material, and it kicks up a shockingly large amount of dust.
Takes dust
so
to
what
make
I'm
dust.
thinking, if anyone knows Jeff Schneider, he had his, I forget what it is, a little Honda kind of SUV kind of car thing.
Yeah.
And he had these doors opened up in the back, and he had these big 15-inch coaxial speakers in his doors. And I think I'd like to do something like that.
Huge.
So, yeah, I think that'd be cool. And I would probably need another amp to run those so I can have plenty of power to run them. But they're so efficient, you don't need a ton of power. So
No, not for mid-range, like vocals. You just don't.
Right,
you know,
right.
Unless you want to have that like mid-bass like hit you in your chest from 30 feet away, you know, like how those guys do, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, the BNCs, that's right. And I don't think, Blake, how much power was running your stunt wall? Just one of your small amps. It wasn't a ton. So you don't need a ton of power for something like that.
No, they're just more efficient. Subwoofers, yeah, they're just heavy.
Oh, yeah.
And they need some wattage. They really do. I know.
You all set for the giveaway?
I'm all set, man. You really helped me out with tonight's stream, because that was the last thing I had was Q&A comments on my little cheat sheet, the notebook, Yep, got to have that. So thank you, man. I appreciate you, and tonight was a blast. It's like you do this all the time. You have done it before. You're a pro. No, thank you so much, man.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess I'm the pro audio guy now.
Pro audio, DIY audio guy, just everything. No, thank you so much, man. And thank you guys for watching tonight. And again, we have 2 sets of giveaways. Third place, the TW2s. Second place, the TW1s. And those are both the Kicker Bluetooth earbuds, which are pretty cool. And Bullfrog 100, which is just your portable Bluetooth little boombox. And they are ocean certified, but I wouldn't do it every day. Just do it once, be like, that was awesome, don't do it again. But they are great for the water. I was like, if it's gonna die, it's gonna die on camera. And it survived, and it's still kicking. And then, of course, we have another grand prize, which is the 50% off discount code for anything at kicker.com. Thank you guys for...
Get a Comp Q with it if you win it. You'll love it. It's a fantastic subwoofer.
You know what's the coolest thing, Justin? When you buy a Kicker Comp Q, then you can just get 2 for the price of 1. You know what I mean? It's like, well, it's like, all right, half off or 2 for 1. I don't know. I think 2 for 1 sounds like it's more. That's math. But yes, absolutely, man. And let's
I
do.
never won one of these drawings, but I never signed up. It feels a little weird.
You
sign up
got
for the
to,
drawing.
man. Listen,
No,
I stopped
no.
doing
Let
it
the-
eventually. I had to. They're
Let your
like, "Hey,
fans,
Andy,
let
no,
your fans
no."
win it, man. These are the guys out here supporting you. Let them win it.
I mean, but the bullfrogs are pretty cool, Justin. I'm telling you, man. Once you get a bullfrog, it's, Cornut's got surround sound with his, he's got like 4 of them. So, I mean, he's always coming in a caboose, he needs something. But, yeah.
Is Cornut here? I
dude,
didn't see him. Is he around?
He was here earlier, but I don't know where he is. He's usually in the bushes with the sniper waiting to steal the caboose. So, probably there. Either way, he's an awesome guy, and he's always listening. See, look at that. He's always listening. Love you, Cornut. Thank you, man. Josh Holden, I don't know where the green team membership thing went, but you're always welcome back. I appreciate your support. And yes, half of a Solo X, you can ask Kicker. They'll cut it right in half for you. No, I'm just kidding. Half off anything at kicker.com. And they have done that. I want one so bad. The little like display with a speaker cut in half. Like that's the coolest thing.
There's a Kicker dealer in my town that has one of those. It's cool.
That's so cool. I'm like, I want one. I want it.
He had to. Apparently, they'll give you one if you spend enough money stocking up on Kicker gear. So
Yeah. I don't sell Kicker yet. Maybe one day, just something. But yeah, that would be cool. Just to if I ever wanted to do it, it would be to supply Solo X stuff and like entry stuff. I feel like the middle would be fine, but I feel like the most people I talk to are literally people getting into car audio, or they want to be loud as me. It's just like there is no middle game. There is some middle game. I mean, but then you might as well go with the Kicker Comp Q and just hit up your other local Kicker dealer. We'll see down the road, but I got my hands full. Let's do the giveaways. Justin, we could do one of those 2-3 hour live streams and we would still have things to talk about, because I feel like we barely got into the YouTube of what you do and everything that you test, but tonight was just an icebreaker to get you in, and we'll have you on again for sure, man. Third place, let's do this, because this is going to be a little difficult for me, because usually I'm just like boom boom boom, everything's nice and easy. We got 2 sets of giveaways, so we're going to do them together. If you won tonight or last time, your name will be drawn. So for third place, which is the TW1s, these are the earbuds that look like the older AirPods. They look like your traditional iPhone headset. And I actually like those a little bit more, not for the sound quality or the fit, but for sleeping, and it just boop, slides right in there. It's a little bit lighter, a little less features, no noise cancellation, but it's basic. Thank you, Eric N. Appreciate you for gifting a green team memberships. And again, the entry is too late to enter. Giveaway is closed. We're doing the winners, Eric, but no, thank you. It is not rigged. Third place, 2 people that won is Frank M. from Pittsburgh, PA. It's a little rigged. It's a little rigged, just a little bit, because I'm from Pittsburgh. Where are you from again, Justin?
down south.
Down south. He is from down south. And Phoenix, Arizona is not down south, but Ernie B from Phoenix, Arizona. Congratulations. Both of you win the TW1 headset. And of course, you get the Kicker t-shirt, you get the lanyard, you get the Kicker cup. I mean, you get the Kicker package, man. I like what they give out for the winners for these shows. Second place, you get all the fun stuff, and then the TW2s, those are the noise canceling, just normal earbuds with the little adjustable sizes. That's a thing too you got to think about. The TW1s, you can't adjust the size, they're one size fits all. The TW2s you can. Second place goes to Jessica M from California and Randy G from Portage, Michigan. Congratulations to both of you. You'll be getting an email from Kicker for those 2 prizes and the next one as well, which is the first place Bullfrog 100. Of course, Kicker swag pack, and we've talked about the Bullfrog 100 enough, man. That thing's just awesome. The winners are, let me pull this up there. There we go. Kicker car. Oh, man, from Dallas, Texas. I told you it's rigged. It's a little rigged, but not too rigged, okay? And Michelle Z from Federal Way, Washington. Congratulations, the two of you, all 6 of you so far that have won tonight. You will all be getting an email from Kicker that you won. And we got one more prize, but 2 more winners. And I know a lot of these guys have been waiting for this one. I mean, 50% off. I mean, you can't beat that. And it's not like 50% off of Alibaba. It's 50% off of Kicker, you know? So, awesome stuff. And let's do that one. 50% off goes to Farrell H. from Jamestown, North Dakota, and Shannon Yu from Chicago. Congratulations. Both you guys, Farrell and Shannon. I will be sending you guys emails for those codes. Ernie, by the way, I think I need more codes now. Thank you for watching. Congratulations to the winners. I'm glad I had you tonight, Justin, because I haven't live streamed in a whole month, and I had a previous live streamer, help me out. So thank you for joining me tonight, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I really do. And let me pull these down here because we know who won in the rig competition.
One of your winners is a marriage proposal.
Oh, no. Let's see. She's already married to a legend in the car audio community. Well, at least Cornut's looking out. See ya, Mr. Mullen. I'm out of here, fellas. Have a good night. See ya, Dubby. Appreciate you for tuning in from the down south. He's from down south, just the other south. Appreciate you. And everybody hanging out. Stu, SJC, Sean Richard. I'm sorry you didn't win tonight, but there's always next week. Make sure you tune in to Kicker next Tuesday for the Kicker Unmasked show. Justin, is there anything you'd like to say to the audience before you go?
Thanks for watching.
Hey, appreciate you having me. Appreciate you having me on. Appreciate you joining me tonight. And thank you, everyone, for watching. And this was Kicking It with Andy with Mr. Justin DIY Audio Guy. And we learned a lot and we had some fun. Shook off the rust and had some fun. Something like that. Love you guys. And I'll see you next Tuesday. Stay living loud.
You know I'm just here for the music, right?
Yes!
Okay. So we're kicking it with Andy, right? You know what that means. We living loud.
honestly, I think we need to turn it up some more because that compressor is not helping this song. We need to turn up the gain. There we go. There we go. Appreciate you joining me tonight, Justin. It was a blast. He's hanging out for the caboose. There he is. Would you look at that? Of course, he's just here for the outro. Wait. Just so you know,
Live in love with Andy.
just so you know, if your wife won the 50% off discount code, it's non-transferable to husbands. Per Steve Irby. No, I don't know. Thank you so much. And there comes Cornut on time for the terrain. But you know what? I see Eric N coming in with the Canadian coins. Appreciate ya. And yes, CAE. Oh, they're fighting tonight. We got CAE gifting a green team membership. We got to play the green team. It's just not the same without the green team. And oh no, SJC says, can I snipe it? Thank you guys, appreciate you. Thank you, Justin. And then we just turn it up and hopefully no more super chats come. And dance, Justin. There we go.